I've always been a pretty optimistic type of person, looking on the bright side and assuming things will turn out for the best. And never more so when I hope we're going to learn the lessons of the past, not repeat things which we know don't work. But it's not really human nature, is it? We're pretty bad at ditching things even though we know they don't work. I suppose we're just change averse. And I was looking at one of those internet polls, you know, the kind of thing you see on LinkedIn and Twitter. Leadership, is it purpose or profit? And you go, what do you learn from that kind of nonsense? I'm even more grumpy. The people who do that kind of thing end up with 11 million likes or something. But the one I was looking at was about work. Is the future of work going to be home or office or hybrid? I mean, pointless. You take a complex issue and you know, reductio ad absurdum, you take it to its smallest point and you try and make conclusions from that, let alone the fact that that kind of poll isn't in any way representative. But they're complex issues with big trade-offs. Why reduce these things? Take where. I mean, some roles and some work isn't suitable for remote working and working from home. Some things need teams. On the other hand, some people haven't got the right setup, or their personal circumstances aren't right, or they haven't got the right personality to be always isolated working from home. What about the how? What about addressing the kind of 9-to-5 culture, or Monday to Friday, helping people with young kids cope in these circumstances? Pressure, stress, silos, all these kind of things which affect how we do our work. Important. What about the what? Too much of work is still kind of either presenteeism or going to meetings, either real or virtual, or just email ping pong. Well, that's not really work. That's just input. That's just doing stuff. That's not creative, and it's not focused on outcome. It's not productive work. And we haven't even thought about the why we work. There's a danger that in looking for simple answers to complexity, we end up becoming simplistic. A good example I saw recently was an organisation whose response to the very real issue of Zoom fatigue is to ban video calls on a Friday. I mean, classic example of simplistic thinking, just focusing on the symptom rather than the cause. So now I think we all have a stake in the future of work, so I think the time is now to invent the future rather than reinvent the past and look at the mistakes. It is time to think differently and to challenge ourselves. And for me, the way to do that is to go for the whole systems thinking approach, the bigger picture, and work our way down. Think about what needs to change, look at the very real trade-offs, and make some decisions based on the bigger context of how we want to work, rather than starting with lots and lots of little simplistic changes and adding them up to try and make a big change. We've all got a stake in the future. We all want it to change. So now is time to not go for simplistic knee-jerk issues, but think about what it means for us as individuals, what it means for our people, what it means for our organisations, and what it means for society. Because we've all got a stake in the future of work, and now is the time to think about making it better.